Russ, it takes a lot of character to go away to a place like Southport, no doubt, and get a result, especially after the week that the club had previously.
Well, I think start of the week, the gaffer had already had in his mind that he was going to change the system of play, which is a brave decision to make, to be fair. But he has said to the players that if people do underperform, there are people waiting to jump into their slots, and that's exactly what he did. Southport, we knew what we were going to get from Southport. They're a big, very, very physical team, and I thought we did really well against them, to be honest with you. And we were going there not to draw or to lose a game. We were going there to win the game, and we got the 3 points.
You've used the word brave there. By that, were your eyebrows raised when the team sheet was read out?
No, not really. No, because the gaffer and I discussed a lot during the week, and we don't just select the team because we had a result on the Saturday previous or whatever. We judge it on their performance, not only in match play, but also what they do during the week in training. Are the levels right? Do they look right? Confidence is good? So it's the balance of, when you put the shirt on, perform well when you're playing for the team, but also during the week is very, very important, because that's the bread and butter work that prepares us for the Saturday.
Talk to us about the mental attitude of the side going into the game at the weekend. Obviously, with the news of off-the-field activities, the club being put up for sale. How did the players react to that going into the Southport game? Well,
to be fair, the gaffer spoke to them, got them all into the dressing room, and spoke to them what was going on. And they've not had a problem at all. They've responded really, really well. Try and keep that side of the football away. That's up to the manager and the board of directors to sort that out. I mean, I don't even get involved in it, to be honest with you. I just want to concentrate on the coaching and making sure the team are prepared correctly for the games, whether it be a midweek game or a Saturday game. So no, we've taken that off the players and just we want them to go out and perform. That's what's important to us.
You're all professional players, though. You're all professional coaches. It's your livelihood at the end of the day. If your employees are looking to sell their club, though, it's an uncertain period. You can't put that aside, surely, entirely.
No, you can't. But what you must do is remain professional. We are paid by the club. It's a difficult time. I've been at clubs before when they've had problems financially. They're looking for investment. But we can't affect that. All we need to do is make sure we go out there during the week. It starts during the week. We prepare correctly. We try and optimise our performance and try and get results for the club. And we've got to carry on and be professional, because we have no real say in that. So we just got to get on with our jobs.
When you arrived at the club, Russ, it was arguably a blank sheet for yourself. Where do you feel the team's developed, and how far has it come since you've been involved with the team since the summer?
Well, the gaffer's brought a lot of players in. Some players I know, some players I don't. Like I say, because I've been out of this league for many, many years. He's got a good squad of players. He's got a good esprit de corps. There's a real good team network going on, and it's just been really easy to coach them, to be honest with you. They're very receptible. They do what you ask of them. Some of them make mistakes, some of them have disagreements, but they get their heads down, and they're a good bunch of players, and they're a pleasure to work with. They really are.
After the weekend's performance against Southport, those 4 changes, selection must become an even more of a dilemma in your management meetings.
Yeah, because there's nothing to say that we won't change it again on Saturday. We'll look at all the different connotations that the gaffer knows his brother better than anybody. We know how they play. We know how they're probably going to try to play. But we've got players that are ready to jump in on slots. We won't just pick the team again, like I just said to you before. We'll look at how they train during the week. And if people underperform in training, they do not deserve or have the right to put a shirt on the Saturday. So it's down to the players. If they want to play on Saturday, they need to make sure they put all the effort in during this week.
Talk to me about Lee Gregory. He made his debut, senior debut for the club, scored on his debut as well. He's obviously ecstatic because of that. How did he go, in your opinion?
He did himself very, very proud. In fact, I caught him in the dressing room with his telephone, and I thought he was actually making a phone call, but he wasn't. He was taking an actual photograph of his shirt up on the... so he got away with that one, so he didn't get a fine. But Lee, he worked so hard. He really did. He was all over the park. I did have a chat with him at the end of the game. He said that sometimes you need to be able to be relaxed and set yourself as the ball comes into you, because sometimes he did bounce off him, but he was just trying so hard. He wanted to get the ball at his feet, to turn at players and get into the box. He wanted to score his goal, and to be fair, he made a great run into the far post area, and it was a good goal because Kevin Sanders delivered it down the side. Their centre half faltered a little bit. Paul Connor got in behind him. Paul played it in towards the far post, and there was Lee Gregory there to pop it in. So it was a great, great debut for him.
How hard is it going to be to leave Lee out now? Because he's obviously going to be on top of the world at the minute. To leave a young man out like that in the next game might be a difficult task for you.
Well, again, lucky enough the gaffer has to make those decisions, but he will ask my opinion, obviously. Like I say, we will look at how they train this week, and who performs during the week will wear the shirt on the Saturday, and that's what's really important to us. They have got to maintain their standards, and if they let them slip, then their shirt will slip.
Is Lee Gregory then the man in possession at the minute?
Well, I would have thought so, yeah. I would have thought so.
On to Newport then. The headlines will obviously be David versus Dean. We've been talking outside. Can you think of two twins that are going head to head on the touchline?
I really can't. I can't. I think I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest with you. It's the gaffer wants to win this. Believe me, he does. And anyone that thinks he doesn't, it's get away from it, because he wants to win that game so bad. But not just that game. He wants to win every game. He really does. He doesn't like 1 point or no points. He wants 3 points, and they go up against his brother. I think it's going to be quite funny, to be honest with you, from the sidelines. I hope they don't mic him up.
We hope so as well. There's been speculation during the summer that David lost out on some players too, Dean. Do you think that just intensifies the rivalry even more?
I think it will come down to two against each other with their teams, and they both want to win. I don't care what the differences are and who they brought in, who's gone out. It will make no difference. It's going to be David against Dino. That's what it will be. And I think we're in for a good game.
Do you see any similarities between the two brothers in a managerial sense?
Well, I don't really know Dino that well. In fact, it's unfortunate that the last time I actually met Dino was I was at Walsall Football Club, and it was 9/11. We were playing Bolton in the cup, and that was the last time I'd seen him. So I've not really followed Dino's career, to be honest with you. But they've got a lot of traits, very similar traits, I've been told from other people, and obviously the gaffer's sort of told a lot about his brother to me, which obviously won't go on record. And so we're going down there. We're going to be positive. We want to come away with the 3 points.
And especially going away from home again. Great win on the road last week, and the away form this year has been fantastic so far. How important is it to keep that momentum going on the road?
It's very important, because as you know, whether you're Mansfield, whether you're Crawley, Wimbledon, Luton, when you play away, you tend to, a lot of games you want to come away with a point, but to go away and nick the 3 points, well, I shouldn't say nick, that's a bit unfair, but to earn the right to come away with 3 points is really, really important, and it can be difficult. But our away form has been really good. But sometimes it's home expectations. Sometimes I think you tend to be a bit more relaxed when you're away from home, and we certainly do. And I've noticed that. Apart from the Fleetwood game, really, we played very, very well away from home, and the players have responded excellently. Should
Mansfield Town go away this weekend and unfortunately lose, do you think you'll be swapping seats on the bus home with someone else? Because I doubt the gaffer will be in a mood to talk much, will he, after a defeat to his brother?
No, I'll probably have to drag him off his brother, to be honest with you. No, we win together, we lose together, we draw together. And that's what this football club, that's what the gaffers try to instill in the players, and what I try to instill in the players. And we try to be a team. So we put our hands up when we win the 3 points. We put our hands up when we lose the 3 points. So it's as simple as that.
Brilliant, Duncan.